In the mid-20th century, LGBTQ plus representation was almost non-existent. Characters that hinted at non-heteronormative orientations were often portrayed in a negative light, if they were portrayed at all. However, pioneers like Billy Crystal, who played one of the first openly gay main characters on television in the late 70s, started to change the narrative. Moving into the 80s and 90s, we saw a slow but steady increase in representation. Groundbreaking shows like Ellen and Will and Amp Grace brought LGBTQ plus stories to mainstream audiences, normalizing what was once considered taboo. The new millennium ushered in an era of greater acceptance and diversity. We saw characters like Sophia Bursett, portrayed by Laverne Cox in Orange is the New Black, and Kurt Hummel, played by Chris Colfer in Glee, who are not just LGBTQ plus, but complex, multi-dimensional characters. Fast forward to the present day, and the landscape is almost unrecognizable compared to a few decades ago. Representation has increased not just in terms of quantity, but also in quality. LGBTQ plus characters are no longer confined to stereotypes, but are portrayed in a myriad of roles, from superheroes to politicians. Yet, the journey is far from over. Despite the progress made, there is still a long way to go. Underrepresentation and misrepresentation are still prevalent issues. But with the continued efforts of advocates and allies, a future where every story is told and every voice is heard is within reach. In summary, the importance of LGBTQ plus representation in media and entertainment cannot be overstated. It has been a journey of progress, from non-existence to stereotypes, from marginalization to normalization. And while there is still much work to be done, the strides made by pioneers and advocates have laid a solid foundation for a more inclusive and diverse future. So remember, every story is worth telling, every voice worth hearing. Because in diversity, we find strength, and in representation, we find validation.